What's good? What's going on? Dude, we're fucking here, bro. Hold up. Alright, let me make sure this audio works. Nice. Wait. Yeah, alright, we're good. What's up? Alright, today I'm gonna be doing a breakdown of me and Augie's song called Compulsor, and also partially promoting the sample pack that we just dropped. It's called The Worst Drums Ever. And we used all of the drums in that sample pack to make this song. So originally, Compulsor was just going to be like the demo track for the sample pack. But honestly, I think we both just like the song so much. I was like, yo, let's fucking just drop this as like a tune on everything. And then the week after, we'll just drop the pack or something. So that's kind of what we did. So yeah, right here, we just have the main drums. And they're not like individual in this project because this is like right when we were starting the pack. So like this hat and shit. And like this is just a full like kick like wave file. But yeah, like drums like that, all gonna be in this pack. They're all like, this pack is just like really like super heavy drums for the most part. There's some stuff in here that's like softer, but just so we have a little like variety. But yeah, like if we take a look at all the kicks here, this is what we're working with for the pack. They're all very zappy. Here we actually have the Svdden kick, which was pretty fun to make. It's like, I don't know if it's actually applicable, but we did put it in our song. I'll show you. But it's pretty funny. It's it's just half of a kick. Because yeah, we're doing some pretty like experimental like sound design stuff with these kicks and just this drum stuff. So yeah, huge shout out to Augie for making a like definitely the largest contribution to this sample pack and stuff. He's just insanely cracked, and I've gotten to know him over the last year, and he is a huge nerd when it comes to making drums, you know. So yeah, go cop the pack. I believe we're going to be doing a sale of some kind for the first week or so that the pack is out. So if you're watching this right when this video came out or the week after, this is a really good time to go get the pack. Link is in the description and all that stuff. So yeah, just go cop it on my website. Worst Drums Ever sample pack. Yeah, here's the claps and stuff. Yeah, all insanely fire. Like I'm literally gonna be using only these drums for the next year. Got hats in here. I don't even know exactly how many like samples this pack is, but these are all like space laces, snare, and then just really heavy kick claps. Yeah, and there's also some bass stuff. It's mostly like background stuff because I feel like packs nowadays, like they just do not have like stuff to fill out the background. Like they have like sick bass loops and stuff, which is great for resampling, or if you just want to like use bass loops in your songs, that's cool. But I really look for like background stuff to like support the main basses in my songs and shit. So that's what this stuff. Yeah, so you get the gist. You know, just like supporting chugs and all that stuff. Super helpful. So yeah, that's pretty much the pack. This is the kick and snare we use for the first drop. And those are the hats. There's like some other claps right here. And yeah, there's a tape stop on this clap. And then, yeah, the Svdden kick is right here as this little fill. And I also inverted the phase. So that basically when you resample, you'll see it's just going to it's just going to look really funny on mini meters. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, if I pull up mini meters, let's see what's good. If I just play this in context, you can kind of see like a DC offset in the waveform thing right here. Yeah, right there. It's just it just looks really funny. But yeah. So yeah, that's the drum pack for the most part. That to me is just a huge part of like this song. Was using Augie's drums and yeah. Let's go over the intro super quick before I go into the drop. And I'm only really going to be able to go into like the first drop. I can show the second drop, but that stuff was like bounced to audio because it was Augie's like sound design and stuff. I also don't want to like leak his sauce out of like respect for his sound design methods and shit, because he does some pretty crazy stuff. But even if I wanted to, I just don't even have his like sound design in this project because I was missing a lot of his plugins. Anyways, yeah, people ask me how to make like leads all the time, and honestly, I think it's just like, for me, like I have fine leads just using saw waves. It just depends how you use the saw waves. You know, if you want to do like a big legato lead, if you use like a lot of voices, if you make it like plucky, it's really just how you use the saw wave, how you do vibrato and gliding and shit like that. So for this one, I think I ended up writing like this melody first, like very sudden death-esque. Which is just so it's like a dotted like 16th note speed up thing, but it's really just like an ARP. Fold this scale on and just start doing like a weird ARP thing, and then I played with like inverting it and reversing it, and that's how I ended up getting this thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I like wrote that melody, inverted it and reversed it, and then kind of rewrote it a little bit to tie it together. But and then I just have it duplicated down here with Dext, except I don't have Dext on this computer. This was a Mac project, so that's kind of a bummer. Dang it. Dang it. But that's kind of what you hear in the beginning. Is Dext it was just like a smeared like kind of saw wave lead preset. Like orchestral drum shit here. For intro stuff. There's like a giant sub drop here. For the drop, go check my Instagram video I posted last week. But I pretty much did a breakdown of how I made this sound. It's like a Instagram reel, so it's like 30 seconds long, just showing it. But I basically literally just did this like this really, really shitty saw wave patch. Oops. Really shitty saw wave patch. Hey, log in. Yeah, it's just like a yup. It's really quiet. Just like movement with the comb filter here and chorus. on these settings and stuff. Distortion, FM, 2 saw waves together. It's really dumb. It's really, really dumb. And then a disperser rack. This has 5 dispersers on it. It's like an old rack that I got from Deviate years and years ago. And then rhythm shifter. Just pitches it down a bit. OTT fat rack. You know the drill. Blow out the low end. Blow out with the saturator. Little convolution parallel. So you can hear that. Just introduces like some stereo, to be honest. So that's that. Serum effects, just making it wide here with hyper dimension. Yeah, it's really just blown out. It honestly sounds super bad. That convolver is not supposed to be on. So yeah, resampled that. And then stretched it. And then processed it a bunch more. So after resampling it and stretching it, I kind of like cut it. I put it on tones. Tones, I put the grain size to 12. And then just like fade it, chop it a little so there's like sub after. So it's just a really short like piece of grain. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And then there's all this processing on here. So first thing I did was like comb filter. You've probably seen me do this like chain before. But yeah, comb filter, just like introducing some more tonality. It's honestly just like matching it pretty well and like attenuating whatever frequencies. Rhythm shifter. And this is doing the like some kind of weird pitch bend automation. It's basically kind of making it go whop. Whop. Yeah, it sounds like Pac-Man eating or some shit. Corpus and spectral time. This is like adding tonality, like corpus if I put it to 100. Yeah, it's honestly hardly doing anything. I just like corpus. Sometimes gives good results. Spectral time. Yeah, it's just making it sound like wet. It's like disperser-ish. You can check those settings if you want. Really simple. Convolver, kind of doing the same thing as spectral time almost. Just adding more wetness with this phaser 1 thing, and that's the only setting that I change. I just go here to phaser 1. And then this is pretty much the main sound. Stupid EQ peak. Yeah. That's pretty much where we get our main tone from. And then frequency shifted again, and this is where the really dumb pitch bend is. So coarse pitch, it's like a ramp coming up from negative 10,000 hertz. And then this is pitch shifting it up 400. So if I brought this down to 0, then you kind of have the original sound, but then, and that's pretty much that. So I was happy with that main sound, and then I just went to utility, turned it up, I guess, just EQing here, really, just making it brighter, which is pretty much what I always do at the end of the chain shit. Little delay. You can hear like a little swing. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. The delay really helps a lot. And then just cut the low end because the sub is just cooked. Sub is cooked. So yeah, essentially what I did for the sub is I just went back into this bass here that we had from earlier that sounded like ass. And yeah, I resampled that somewhere. I might have like low passed it. So it was like this. Might have done that and then use that for the sub. That sounds about right. But yeah, I didn't remake a sub. I kind of just resampled. I just took the sub from the original bass that we also made like this thing out of. So that they kind of match, you know? Because sometimes you like have a sound like this with like a really shitty sub. Also it sounds like kind of good with it, you know, like it sounds like that sub fits into that sound because it was all processed together. That makes sense. Like that sub comes from the same family as that bass. So if you remake a sub with like Serum or whatever, it's gonna be really hard to get it to sound like not a little off. It'll still sound good, but like it's kind of just like sometimes more fun to do like a messy sub that like came from this bass, you know. So, and it makes your life a little easier. So I just did that. And I like playing with audio in that way too. And then this is like just some weird stuff I was getting from the bass. Like, I mean, this is a very like high pitched bass, so it lacks a lot of like mids right here because of all the frequency shifting shit. So I was kind of just throwing random shit in here like this thing. But it hardly makes a difference. I mean, it could definitely go without it, you know. It's kind of it's there. It does exist, but yeah. And then second part of the drop, you know, same bass, it's just pitched down. Yeah. And I'll like resample the whole chain so I can do these little variations. Just do that little swingo. Pretty fun. And I wanted to keep the background stuff like pretty dry for this song because it obviously is pretty like sudden death inspired. There's like some cool glitches. But yeah, for background stuff, we got this. So this is like the laser thing I really like to use. And then this is just from the vocal right here. Rock the beats like. Yeah. So that vocal says like this. Beats. Or I guess that says beats, whatever. It says this somewhere. Like. It says like this. So I took the this. And I did like a delay thing there. And then also, and then this says beats. So I kind of just have these layered on top of each other. It creates a mess, but it just fills it out. And then this is just your classic saw wave. 30-second note. It's pitching around and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to keep it pretty dry for the background stuff. So that's what that is. And if you want to know how to make these like glitches that I have here, maybe I'll do another video on those. But honestly, I would say like the main way to do it is like I'll give you guys like a hint just for like just while we have like some time. Glitch 2 is fucking sick. You just put it on like the bass group. And when you combine that with like, you know, spectral dynamics, shout out BS Audio. I love their Max for Live stuff. They make really simple, awesome UIs for like yeah. They make really nice spectral gate UIs and stuff like that. But yeah, Glitch 2, combine it with some other effects. That's pretty much how I make those. And it's just a big mud pie of shit here. This might be pitched down. Yeah, it's pitched down. So you get some kind of nasty. But it's pretty sick. You know? So that's how I make those glitches. Then I kind of chop them up. It kind of sounds like a yoi. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And then all these drop. Right here. Seriously, go follow this dude if you haven't already. He's so goated. But he made some sick ass bass and put it into a sampler here. I don't know what he did. It's disgusting though. And yeah, same sub, pretty much same background stuff. This is also like some bass he made. And then this was like a thing I did with the sample pack here. Yeah, this thing, I basically did it here. I just blew it out with the volume, put it down an octave. Amorphic does this a lot. I learned it from him. It's not like a crazy technique, but it gives like really cool results when you just like, instead of just like distorting it, I guess you're just clipping it like with Ableton. You're kind of using Ableton as a distortion. So that's how I got this blown out guy. Sounds pretty sick. Yeah, I like that waveform. So that was from a different project I was working on. But yeah, that's pretty much the tune. And if we go up here, it's just some, I mean, Augie redid the, or he didn't redo, but he used some different drums in his drop. So it's just a different kick, crazy ass kick. Look at the transient, bro. I mean, he's really crazy, bro. Like, look at I don't even know what's going on here with these like crazy ass folds. You know, it's like clipping, but it's like folding instead of just turning into square. It's like a beautiful distortion thing, you know. It genuinely is like intricate, and yeah, it's pretty nuts. So that's a fire kick. And this is the nice thing about these kicks, is like they have like crazy transients on them, but if you just want them to be a little softer, like this is all you have to do. And you still have like a fire ass kick, or just like chop it a little, you know. Now it's like a heavy kick, but it's not too heavy. It just gives you the options. So yeah, I love using these drums. This is like a crazy ass clap. So this clap was rendered out and eventually put in the sample pack, but yeah, it's just layers of shit. You can see how nerdy this kid is. Like, just soft kick here, and then clap, which I guess isn't on, and then yeah. So yeah, fucking sick. Some more clap rolls here. I think this is the same like clap variation. Yeah, and this same thing here too. This bass is crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I guess he took the same bass that he had here, but then he put it like through a lot more crazy shit, you know, Reason Rack, vocoder. Yeah, it really is. Jesus Christ. This is some brain rot. This is a brain rot chain right here for sure. But it sounds so sick to turn that sound into this sound. And I just layered it a little bit with the older one. Yeah. Pretty sick. So yeah, that's like a pretty fast breakdown. How long was that? 23 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, I'll call it there. Hit me up in the comments if there was anything I didn't go over that you want to know about. If there's anything I pulled up that you had questions on. But I hope you guys have been good. It's nice to be back making a little YouTube video. Go cop the sample pack, please. If you caught this video in the first week, it's on sale, so go rip it. It'll be the best dubstep drum sample pack that you ever cop, even though it's called the worst drums ever. I just thought that would be a funny name. Yeah, go check out my music if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, and if you're still watching, you're a legend. Yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Love you.